It's been just over a year since a workplace misconduct investigation was launched against former Carolina Panthers owner Jerry Richardson. And since then, he's stepped down, he sold the team, and paid millions of dollars in fines.
But where did that money go? It was a question that reporter Deshaun Brown wanted to answer. She followed a portion of it to a Charlotte woman who survived her own trauma.
The headlines were as shocking as they were shattering. Panthers owner Jerry Richardson under investigation. Then reports of confidential payouts, workplace misconduct, sexual harassment. Investigators concluded the allegations were true, then fined Richardson nearly $3 million.
I never dreamed that it would come in the way that it did. We need at least 4 bedrooms.
The last few weeks, Reverend Marguerite Lee has been busy trying to find a house. Her nonprofit, Beauty for Ashes, was one of several chosen to receive money from Richardson's fine. An advisor said the NFL intentionally chose groups like Lee's, grassroots groups that wouldn't normally get funding. Some of them led by women of color.
I thought about that.
Most address sexual assault.
I've always been drawn to hurting people.
Reverend Lee says she's had this vision for a long time, securing a house that women could call home. Women who've survived abusive relationships and need a place to transition safely to their next chapter.
And some time ago, God even gave me the name for the house, and it shall be called the chrysalis. So the chrysalis is the third life stage of the butterfly. It's the place where they rest. It's a place where most of the changes take place.
Reverend Lee is also a survivor. She says she was molested as a child and raped as a teenager.
You don't forget it, because I haven't forgotten it. But you learn to move past the pain.
If women could end the violence on their own, they would have already.
Tony Porter works as an advisor to the NFL and helped decide where the money from Richardson's fine would go.
It is important to rethink and reshape.
His organization, A Call to Men, specializes in sexual and domestic violence prevention and training men in healthy manhood.
I'll say something next time.
Now, with money from Richardson's fine, he's working on sexual harassment training for team staff, coaches, players, and owners.
Our training does not look at their individual behavior as much as we really focus on the influence and platform that they have. So every place where you find men, which is like everywhere, right, we're trying to be in those spaces.
Not a lot of.
Meanwhile, Reverend Lee is focused on finding a space, a safe place for survivors. Her work isn't easy. It's never been.
A little bit of frustration, I will say, but not enough to stop me.
In Charlotte, Deshaun Brown, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
She's doing good work. Reverend Lee told us that the money that she received should be enough to rent a house for 2 years. She's working on getting donations to keep it running after that. Jerry Richardson's name is being honored in many other places, including on a new dorm at Wofford College. Richardson graduated from Wofford back in 1959, and there's still a statue of him on the campus, and the basketball arena bears his name. And of course, the Panthers have had training camp there since the team was founded.